Hello Trailblazers, this is Garg and I welcome you all to the Salesforce Sanctum. Today we will learn about the data communication in the Lightning Web Components. So there are basically three ways of communicating the data between the Lightning Web Components. So one is the parent to child communication, then child to parent communication, and the third one is the communication between the unrelated components. Okay, so in this video, I will give you the overview of the three different types of communication, and then we will go over each type of communication one by one. So let me depict the Lightning Web components through a diagram. So these are our LWCs. Let's say this is the parent component, this is the child component. So how can we communicate between parent to child? This is our method number one for communication. So for parent to child communication, what we will do is, first of all, we need to ensure that the methods and the properties in the child are exposed to the parent. So for that, we will use API decorators. We will decorate the properties and the method in the child with at the rate of API. Okay. Then we can pass the value of that property using the parent component as it will be exposed to the parent component. Okay. The other way of data communication in the LWCs is child to parent communication. That means this thing. Okay, so for child to parent communication, what happens is we need to pass a custom event. We need to fire a custom event from the child component. So basically, we will dispatch the custom event and we will pass the payload, and then we will use event listeners in the parent component to handle that custom event. Okay, so we will see that as well. Also, we will see that what is the significance of bubbles and composed to for the data communication between the child and the grandparent. That means how we can communicate between the child component and the parent of the parent. Okay, we will see that as well. And the third and the most important scenario for the data communication between LWCs is what if the components are unrelated? There is no relation between the components. So we will see that as well. So let me make different figure for that. So let's say these are our two LWCs and there is no relation between these two LWCs. Let me name it as L1 and this is L2. So how can we communicate between this? We will use a thing called LMS. So basically what will happen is suppose the data needs to be sent from L2 to L1. For this we will use LMS and the data in the L2 will be published to the message channel, and then in the L1 we will subscribe to that data. So we will see that as well one by one. So this was brief overview of the data communication in the LWCs. In the next video, I will show you how we can communicate between the parent to child. Then we will see child to parent, and then we will go to the unrelated components. And after that is done, I will show you how we can communicate after communication between the LWCs. What if I want to communicate between the LWCs and the Salesforce org? So we will see how we can interact with the Apex. We can connect our LWCs to the Apex. Okay, so thank you.